Next we have Amy Woolard. She is a senior policy attorney with Voices for Virginia's Children, a public policy and advocacy organization focused on children in poverty. She is a graduate of the Iowa Writers Workshop and the University of Virginia. Her work has appeared in numerous poetry magazines, including Fence, Puerto del Sol, Smartish Pace, and she comes to us all the way tonight from Charlottesville, Virginia. Amy Woolard.
It's an achievement just to make that step. Hi, good evening, everybody. I don't really have a lot of introduction to what I'm going to read, except to say I wrote all through undergrad and grad school, and then I stopped writing for about 10 years for various reasons, and just started again a couple years ago. And that happened, I had just started seeing somebody new. He had planned this date for us to go to a concert to see Justin Townes Earl. I don't know if you all know who Justin Townes Earl is. But I went to this show, and that was the evening that I fell in love with Justin Townes Earl. And unfortunately didn't continue to see the person I was dating. And it just sort of made me think about, how wonderful it is to see people doing something they love, and how you should always think about where you take somebody on a date. Okay, anyway, so I have 4 poems for you. This one is called Get Lost. When I hear that boy sing, I said, every other boy becomes a disappointment. Tiny wince, like the sound of a beetle underfoot. Sure, it hurts, but it should hurt sometimes. I think this is the part where the fiddle slips in beside me and tries for the heart, a photo stuck in someone else's book. As it turns out, you can't even take the girl out of the South. A good porch is hard to leave, and that's the truth. Gardenias and a hand-rolled smoke. A finger bone of moon tapping at the screen door. Who you're looking for depends on who wants to know. You know, I have a cotton dress and a closed-mouth smile for any occasion. You went for your keys. I went to pull what I thought was a tangle out of my hair, but found a tiny braid I reckon you must have made while I was sleeping. Nice try. You can't kiss me and expect to leave a prayer like that behind. Out here, some things are fixed with a hot shower, some with a better lock on the door. When you see a girl propped in her chair like a shotgun still warm, I think you know. That's no riddle. Some split up in the morning like a 10-penny. Pair of yard dogs cased her truck. Those two sure enough know what BET spells, you better believe it. Out here, where there's tires, there's dust. When I hear that boy sing, my skin tightens with sunburn, and I start sleeping on top of the sheets, under a fan beside no one. I use the word sugar like a leash, like I both the heat and the humidity, and you're just idling with the windows down. Here we go again, I all but say. Tell me something I don't know, says the truck, windshield smitten with insects. I should say too, thank you to Stefan and Claire for having me here, and all the Smartish Pace people. This is really nice. I haven't read in years and years, and so this is really fun. And I'm from Virginia. A lot of people don't think Virginia is the South, but a lot of Virginia is the South, and that's where I'm from. This is called Leading. The question suggests to the witness the answer the examining party desires. You were waiting for me out on the porch, stayed out there even when the storm kicked up. The girl has arranged her dolls in order of their intelligence. The ones whose eyes can open and close are either first or last in line. Turkey vultures stutter up above, lashes caked with mascara, the scent of something coming. You don't think you might have been mistaken. Of course things begin to go south just before supper. Salted watermelon on a plate in the kitchen, white seeds like coughed up aspirin some throat refused. The sky breathes in the opposite of a sigh. The fat rain comes as far as the front steps and gives its best advice. Ask questions first, ask forgiveness later. all the dumb flowers stay open anyway. More south. This is called Things Go South. Which I always loved as an expression. Things go good for me in the South. I don't know why it's so. Things go south. Always trust a red door on a black Camaro. Thighs sticking to the vinyl in the June sun, taking up the place. Here, the apple don't fall from the tree. Here, whatever you find lying on the ground is yours. A scratch off waiting to strike, the shade from a sidelong glance. You're looking at what happens when a body fights back 3 years after the fact. 3 years after the fact, the sweet morning stench of you sweating out last night's liquor, just from pushing my tongue against the porcelain crown glued in my mouth, like hitting a switch. Every town I leave on scholarship. Nothing looks better to me than seeing nothing for miles. I can fit everything I love into this trunk, into my own 2 arms, into my backhanded smile. And this gas station bathroom is more than just an American notion of the dirtiest place on earth. It's where I'll put on my face. I know how to wipe a scene clean, and then I'm gone, love, like I was never there. And even if it could hear you at these speeds, the back seat don't care a lick what you have to say. Sweetheart, I sympathize with the assassin in every story. Okay, last one. This is called An Engine That Won't. The town, my dear, is closing down, dead bolts slipping into their sleeves, cicadas insisting like so many typewriters, drunk girls sleeping in their shoes. Without you, the house begs for disaster love, extension cord nest, dismantled smoke detector, something ticking, not like a bomb, like a gas burner trying to light, an engine that won't turn over. Turn over the pillow and the stain vanishes. Tuck the blanket up around it and the body appears. Anything can look like a person from the right distance. Anything can take off like a house on fire. The kind of light that gets you out of bed in the morning. Since April, I've had one foot in someone else's grave, a drunk girl who left me her shoes. The way she would move through a party like cursive, a car passing through the underlit dark, gleaming like the eye of a cooked fish. What she didn't leave was a note. What I mean is, what a cliffhanger. This is no time to excuse yourself, dear. This is no time for a smoke, though we're all a little hot under the collar these days. I mean, these days, if it isn't the screenless open windows, it's the chipped lips of the snifters, the splintered floorboards under your bare feet, the hundreds of electrical wires just humming under the plaster, just nearly bursting with the same sweet secret as ever. Press your ear to the wall and hold your breath. It's the absolute longing the hairdryer feels for the bathroom spigot, and the ochre lung swell of water stain on the bedroom ceiling, there above the pillow line, a blown bulb that crumbles in the unscrewing. Sometimes, 2 things appear so identical, you have to repeat to yourself. The dead battery is in my right hand. The replacement battery is in my left. Dead, right, replacement, left. But still you forget and spend moments you don't have to give, switching one for the other and back again. A jigsaw puzzle where all the pieces are just the same blue sky. As if the top 2 corners of anything could contain what there is in front of you to put together. It had to be you, the radio wisecracks. It had to be you. The kind of lie that gets you out of bed in the morning. The ceiling fan spins wildly on its mismounted base, love, and you watch it like a wasp loose in the room. Loose in the room, a girl clumsies her whiskey glass, and even the music stops to gasp at the shatter. How many other ways were there for her to excuse herself? No matter. It's all dying down now. It's curtains for this party, fading the way old typewriter's letters bleed into the page. What I mean is, the lights of a town seen from above, turning off just before sleep. Just before sleep is when I found her love. Flip the switch and the body appears.